Alright, welcome back to episode 3 of our Skyrim Let's Play. And right now Morris looks rather angry because I believe that there's a slaughterfish or something that's mad at us. So he's a little bit grumpy right now. So good news, if you remember at the end of last episode I mentioned that... sorry, one second, I just realized OBS was kind of hidden behind Discord because I checked it between recordings. But yes, as I was trying to say... at the end of last recording, I noticed my footage looked a little bit choppy in the OBS preview. Checking the recording, it did not appear to be the same choppiness in the actual video. So I think it was just a little bit of a display bug in OBS. So I'm glad for that because it means that my footage wasn't choppy. So yeah, sorry if that confused anybody last time. Good morning.
Greetings, brother. You look weary. I have something to help you relax, if you're interested.
What are you talking about?
The finest skooma, the sweetest moon sugar, at a fair price, of course.
No thanks. You do you, but that's not really for me.
Each has their own way.
Yes. Yeah, looking at OBS right now, it looks like it's choppy again, but if the evidence from last video, me checking the recording, is consistent, then it's not actually a problem. I wonder why that happens, why the display window is appearing to be choppy in the little preview. It's not like I'm stressing my system. I have a really meaty computer, which you can see the specs of in the About section of my channel if you're curious. We have another one of these crystals. No real boost to power this time, but I feel like I'm making progress towards that again. Nice little... would this be a river, a proper river? I think so. And people who know your terms for different bodies of water better than I might be correcting me, but I don't know. Looks like a river to me, so I'm going to say a river. And here's another little quirk of my load order. Northern roads sometimes does not play nicely, but it's very rare that that happens, so I just disable those chunks of road when I come across them. I believe there are 3 spots in all of Skyrim where that happens. One near Riverwood, one in the path between Everstead and Helgen, and one right here. So, yeah, that's not a big deal. Journal for a merchant. A dead merchant. I begged my husband not to go, but he just wouldn't listen. He said if he delayed the shipment for even another week, the Legion would find someone else to take it south. Let them keep their blasted money. The road to Whiterun is dangerous these days, and everyone knows it. So many caravans have been attacked, so many travelers vanished into thin air. Some say it's only bandits, but there are rumors of worse. Goblins, ghosts, witches. 20 years we've been married now, and I can't bear the thought of losing it. I am not letting him go alone, not this time. We live or die together. Mara preserve us, not pervert us. That's a very different thing. Quite the misspeak there. But yeah, that decision to go with him cost you your life, so hope you're happy. It's a bit foolish in my opinion, but what do I know? These are rather strange arrows, though. Not at all like what those bandits were using. And it looks like your wares are pretty untouched. So I wonder what did this to you. Is your husband's body around? Yeah, he's right here. Sarnir the Philosopher. Who are you? Tavia. Or Tavia. I honestly don't know. Your horsey died too. Well, nothing I can do. I can't verse death. That was a pretty weak one. Right, why am I heading this way? I need to go this way. According to my map, this road will lead through Winterhold towards Dawnstar. Then I can continue. I can either follow the road or follow the coast to get to Winterhold. Winterhold is our ultimate goal at the moment because the innkeeper said that's where I can learn more magic. Thalmor. Were you always walking up the road and I just somehow didn't notice you, or did you just materialize from the air right there? Not sure. Not going to question it too much either. Some lovely Enderal music is playing right now. That is from a mod of my own making called Enderal Music for Skyrim. And I have no shame in plugging my own mods. Good morning.
I'm on a pilgrimage to the shrine of Azura, the goddess of twilight, if you'll excuse me.
Where's the shrine?
In the mountains to the northeast. I'll mark it on your map.
Oh, so like right above Winterhold. You're kind of going the wrong way. I mean, I'm heading to Winterhold right now and kind of going in opposite directions. Unless your pilgrimage calls for various stops at weird, distant locations throughout Skyrim. I don't know. I don't know much about pilgrimages. So you do you. I'm going to keep heading to Winterhold in the right direction. Alright? Good luck. Don't die. Probably going to see him on the road several times throughout the rest of the playthrough. Even if he dies. Because yeah, fun fact, if you actually kill him on the road, there's a good chance that you'll see him walking again. As a world encounter. Another one of those crystals. We have a little shack right there. Kind of a nice little area to live. Away from civilization. You look dead. And you're not breathing. You're dead. Hope you don't mind me taking your lockpick. It's gonna be more use to me than it will to you. Well, I don't know why I was putting on a voice for this journal, but I'm gonna roll with it. Well, after all my years living in these woods, it looks like the rock joint will finally be the end of me. I guess that's fine. All my friends are long dead. The only one I have left is poor Miko. He was always a loyal companion, and I know he'll be able to take care of himself. I hope someday I'll see him again. Again, don't know why I did a voice, but... yeah. Ingling. Pretty close to a brand of beer that occasionally makes a nice brew. This looks like a valuable book. I think it'll be more use to me than it will to you. I hear barking. Is that his Miko that he was talking about? Don't really know where it's coming from, so I'll just trust that he can take care of himself. Oh, I guess it's right here. Yeah, I've already seen your master. I'm sorry, boy. Hope you can take care of yourself. I'll run back to his master. Realistically, I would love to adopt him and leave him somewhere safe, like in a house or something, but in vanilla, you can't really do that. You can't actually tell him to like stay at a house or anything. And I don't like traveling with animals because, one, I don't like putting them into combat and endangering them, and two, they just really, really get in the way. Kind of wish that when they did the anniversary edition, that like added all the different kinds of pets that you can get, like the dwarven armor, mudcrab, and whatnot, that they put Miko on the same framework, so you could tell him to wait at a house or something. I'm sure there are mods that do the same, but for now I'm just gonna trust that Miko's master's journal was correct in assuming that he can fend for himself and take care of himself. That's a skeleton, and that's a robed person. Let's just keep our distance. I don't feel like picking a fight with mages that are potentially better than I. Speaking of magic, I should probably do this more often on occasion. Get oak flesh ready. not quite comfortable with casting in combat yet. Just because the magic cost is pretty steep. So it's nice to just have ready, just in case. More Thalmor up ahead. They look like they have a prisoner, so I'm going to keep my distance. Don't want them thinking that I'm working with the prisoner, because I don't think I could take them on in a fight. That's a big spider. I'm just gonna keep my distance. Am I hearing another crystal? Can't quite tell. Oh. I guess that kind of gives me the answer. Yeah, my hearing, in case you don't know, is not so good. I'm gonna hold on to this perk for the time being because I can't put in the speech yet. But yeah, my hearing isn't great, so if you heard that before me, which you might not have because I have the game sound lower than my voice so that you can actually hear me over the game because I'm delivering the commentary. But yeah, if you heard it before me, that's why. I just don't have great hearing. Mr. Spider's being docile, so I'm not going to mess with him. These snowbanks do look a little bit weird. Like, I like this, it's a terrain parallax mod by Mysterious Dawn, I think it is. But the snowbanks do have a little bit of a weird seam at the bottom, I've noticed. Yeah, besides that, I do rather like it. So yeah, I apologize if the weird look of this... Well, that one's just floating. No weird mod interactions there. I'm just looking with more informative console.
This is none of your concern, citizen.
And that's why I chose to stay away from the Thalmor when they had a prisoner. Oh, Stormcloak Patrol, Imperial Patrol. They might be taking a roundabout way to get to them so that they can free the prisoner. That or they are truly oblivious of each other. I can speak, I promise. Despite ample evidence to the contrary. A little bit of a village going on here. Stone Hills. And they've got a crystal. Early game, we're probably going to be finding a fair amount of these, but as we progress, we'll have a harder time finding ones that we haven't already absorbed. In case that's a concern about how often I'm finding these. I've been using this mod for a while. Overall, it's a pretty good mod. There are some decisions made within it that I'm not terribly fond of. Like in vanilla, for example, it adds a configuration book to your inventory. Well, I'm saying vanilla, but what I mean is to the unmodified mod, because I'm using a version that I've modified for myself and have not distributed publicly, just have changed my personal copy. But yes, in the base version, it adds a configuration book, and you can't get rid of the book. It's not flagged as a quest item, so you can drop it, you can store it, but if you do, it will be re-added to your inventory, and I hate that so much. So I've modded it so I don't have that book in my inventory. Right. Well, I don't have much magicka because I just cast Oak Flesh, but I do have this staff to fall back on. Are you having trouble with the snowbank? Well, you were like a step away from death, so I can't blame you too much. Take your lockpick. Okay, I think I'm safe now. It's a valuable book. I'll take it to sell. And we got some potions here too, not bad. Another person who looks like a wizard of some kind. Take those robes, because I can disenchant it and keep my current robes. I believe they're the same enchantment, yeah. So I can disenchant the one I just took. That's a bit of a gruesome sight. Ugh. Possibly an old Civil War battleground, if I had to guess. Imperials. Killing some wolves. I was just waiting for them to finish because I didn't want to walk into their line of fire. Not very skilled archers, these ones. Definitely better with the bow than Morris's, mind, but yeah. I heard somebody pull a knife.
All right, hand over your valuables, or I will gut you like a fish.
Ah, that explains why I couldn't see you. You were invisible. Do I look like I have any money?
Yes, actually. You look like you are lousy with gold. I am not going to ask again.
I don't have time for this.
Don't you walk away from me.
Okay, you're a bit of a toughie. I'll slow you with some ice. Get some distance. Keep lobbing some ice. And finish you off with some fire. I actually have a decent amount of gold. I was about to say that he was dead wrong, but 400's not bad. This is probably a Dawnstar up ahead. Hey, bunny. Got some wolves ahead. Don't need too much magicka to deal with them, so I'm just gonna apply some oak flesh and set fire to them. You okay, Mr. Bunny? Yeah, you're fine. Oh, they've got a prisoner, so best keep our distance. Feels pretty good when you harness the power of those crystals. It's like a surge of energy. Skeevers. My staff is getting pretty low on energy again. Ooh, I have an arrow. Probably was shot by a bandit and held onto it. I do not have any soul gems. And that locks a little bit beyond our magic skill, so let's just open this. Didn't even finish my train of thought. Open it the old-fashioned way is what I meant to say, but I cut myself off because I'm dumb. Ah, a soul gem. Perfect. I don't know why I tried to walk through that. I mean, I probably could have if I crouched because I have a mod that makes your hitbox dynamic. In fact, yep, I could. Don't know why I tried initially, though, when there was a perfectly good door. PM, it's pretty late. Might spend the night here. In fact, I believe I still have candlelight to study. Yeah, I could spend the rest of my day doing that. Also, if you're wondering how I'm still walking my inventory open, it's a combination of Skyrim souls which unpauses your menus and using the auto walk button. If you do that, you can move with your menu open. Anything interesting on this notice board? Just gotta wait for it to populate. Clear bronze water cave. That's out of the way. Oh my god. Raw rabbit leg. No thank you. Enga's mill also out of the way. Not much of a miner. Nothing.
Come on in. Just stoked the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
It's a curse. It has to be. I've got to get out of this town.
Excuse me.
Irgmir, get a hold of yourself. They're just dreams. Please tell her, Erandur.
Listen to your friend, Fuki. They are just dreams, my dear. I assure you that it is quite normal.
Do you mind?
It's the same dream over and over again. You think that's normal? It's evil, I tell you.
Erandur, she has a point. You keep telling us no harm will follow these dreams, but they must be an omen.
Give him a chance to speak. He's trying to help us.
Everyone, please. I'm doing what I can to end these nightmares. In the meantime, all I ask is you remain strong and put your trust in Lady Mara.
I will. Thank you.
Right, so a nightmare problem. Well, that doesn't bode well for my night that I'm going to be spending here. Let's hope that I can get a good night's sleep.
Need a room? Don't worry. Nightmares don't seem to happen for travelers.
Ah, thank you for clarifying. Yes, I'd like to rent a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
About my room?
Yes?
I think I can find it my own, thank you.
I understand.
Right, so I assume it's in here where all the beds are? Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to take some time to study candlelight, and then I'm going to... I can speak. And then I'm going to hit the hay for the night. And that's where we're going to end this episode, because we are 23 minutes into the recording. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.